Hey everybody, BLUEGOD 20 is returned again. This video pertains to the crack pairing LeeXSaku. I'd say that it ranks fair on the fandom. In other words, a fair amount of people rate this pairing. And the reason for that is simple. In part 1, Lee swore to protect Sakura with her life. That was when they first met at the shooting exams, the first part of it. In part one, we see where in the shooting exam during the Forest of Death, Lee actually proved his worth in protecting Sakura, and we see where Sakura was being held by one of the Sound Ninja, and she reflects on how she always has to depend on everybody else's help. We saw Naruto, Sasuke, and Lee in her mind when she was reflecting on it. So many people consider Lee to be one of those tough guys who Sakura would be thinking about later on. Unfortunately, in part 2, it died epically, and I'm going to explain why.
So then, we noticed where Lee was a real master at taijutsu. He still held on to his admiration for Sakura, and he really did love her. And Sakura began to warm up to Lee. Even to the point where she even knocked Naruto in the face when he was making fun of Lee because he still got owned by the Sound Ninja. So, in part 1, everyone saw development with Naruto and Sakura. She was very violent to him at that time, so the evidence wasn't showing that much. So it was pretty much on the back burner. There was a one-sided development with Sakura and Sasuke in part 1. Yeah, everybody knew that Sasuke treated her like a jerk, but Sakura still liked him. People still thought things were gonna work out. I did my previous rant, so you know what happened. Fail. Fail, fail. So that pretty much left Lee as a qualifier. Only to see the big old shock in part 2. We have moved on to part 2 of Naruto. Naruto Shippuden has shown us twice as much epicness as the first part. Many people would have considered it to have gotten serious, dramatic, boring, less funny, more fights, this and that. And one of the things about Naruto Shippuden, based on its time skip, we can see where more of the drama comes out and more of the love. But to be more precise, more signs of plot holes and pairings that are to be. With LeeXSaku now, it pretty much died like a stab in the back. Now, here's where my rant really begins. Since it's just a minor or a fair pairing that people still uphold, I'll have to tell you all right now. The proof that you all just witnessed there, it is enough for you all. Did you see the expression on Lee's face when Sakura confessed to Naruto? It was like a what the F bomb dropped right there. So, I don't really want to hear anybody saying that LeeXSaku is still a possibility. In chapters 484 and 485, Sasuke attempted to kill Sakura twice. And now I bet you're all thinking, oh my god, Sakura made a fake confession in chapter 469 and 470. Sasuke attempted to kill Sakura in chapter 484 and 485. I think the only man left for her to leave village is Lee right now. I bet he'll take good care of her. Don't give me that rubbish. Fail. Oh. In chapter 470, we see where Lee is pretty much disappointed with what he saw there, man. I mean, Sakura just ruined everything right there. Not only do I still believe that her confession might have been flawed, but she also killed Lee right there and then. By making such a confession to Naruto, we see where Lee is pretty much not in her mind right now. I pretty much don't have to say much about this, because I already proved it to you all, so sorry. LeeXSaku is a fail pairing, and there will be nothing of it, all right? Because I can see it for myself, man. Lee is just Lee. I think Tenten is better off with him, but most people consider Tenten and Neji to be together. But personally, I don't think that he's getting together with Sakura. No chance. So we can say that pairing is just a whack pairing, not a crack pairing.